in the pursuit of escaping the political freedoms that they have at home to enjoy economic freedoms elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with that note as we take the break. We'll see you right after this break. When they triumph over poverty.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We will be talking about local government. My friends, the current local government structure we have does not support the democracy we practice. When you look around the towns, you have rubbish heap up in towns. Nobody seems to care. You have bad roads in town, secondary roads. Nobody seems to care. The towns do not run their own affairs. When there are crimes going on in the towns and the police in the town are not doing their job, the people in the town are unable to hold the police accountable. When there is a police who takes bribes and lets drivers with vehicles that are not well maintained, or drivers who have committed traffic offenses go away, although everybody knows that police, nobody is able to do anything so long as they are in the good graces of their bosses. If the disturbances in towns are not stopped by the police, nobody can do anything so long as the police chief is in the good graces of the police at the headquarters. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that the police in a particular town should be employed by the people of that town. The towns should be given the mandate to run their own affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, we should have a local government that makes the towns autonomous to run their own affairs and manage their own budgets. The town people at the end of the month should be able to have a meeting and ask the police chief, why are there robberies in town and why is nothing being done? And when he cannot give them a good answer, he or she cannot give them a good answer, they should be able to fire and to hire a new police. When we do things that way, we would have successful endings. Ladies and gentlemen, when there is rubbish in town or there are potholes in town, the townspeople should be able to meet and make a decision to fix it. When a town wants good schools for themselves, they should be able, from their budget, to apportion or allocate funds to have good schools for their children. The people in the town should be able to make decisions to have safe roads, continuous water flow, continuous power to their town for their people. As we have now, we have district commissioners who are making decisions for towns. that they have no interest in. Towns they probably never drive through. Towns they don't live in. Towns their kids don't walk on the streets. Towns in which their kids don't go to school. So when they make decisions, what do they care? It is the people in the town who feel the pain. People in the town who would care about their town. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a system where the towns run their own affairs, where the towns elect their own leaders. People would say, well, they would elect leaders because they are affiliated to certain parties or certain organizations. That is fine. Let them do that. With time, if people in a particular town decide to elect somebody because they are affiliated to a particular party, meanwhile, people have to run by themselves. So if people decide to vote for somebody because, or elect somebody because they are affiliated to a party, and they look over in the next town, and they realize that the next town is doing better, they are collecting their property taxes, because you have to remember, people in town know all the landowners, they know all the homeowners, and they can collect their taxes efficiently. And they see that those towns are improving. They have safer streets for their children, better hospitals for their children, and businesses are moving in. But in their town, because they are electing people due to party affiliation, and those elected officials are not making good decisions to manage the town properly, guess what? They would have problems in their town. With time, they would learn, because they would feel the repercussions of the decisions that their elected officials make. So when they elect bad leaders, they will feel the repercussions in their town. And when they elect good leaders, they will feel the repercussions. Ladies and gentlemen, that is direct democracy. When the people living in the town feel the repercussions of the decisions they make. Not in instances where people are making decisions for towns in which they do not live in. They have no interest in. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to align the interests of the people in a town to the interests of the town. When that is done, people in towns will make decisions for themselves that benefit the town. They will make decisions that property taxes need to be collected properly, because good roads, decent drinking water has to be available in their town, because that's where they live, that's where their children live, that's where their family live. Yes, they will make decisions that benefit them and unintentionally benefit the whole town. When all the towns are managed by the people of the towns in this country, town after town after town, well managed in this manner, where the self-interest of people are aligned to the interest of the towns, it would, in an aggregate, make a better country, because all these well-managed towns would come together, and what you would have is a well-managed country. That would also free the national government to allocate their resources elsewhere and to come to the aid of a town when they need help, or to subsidize their budget when they need it. It would give us much more freedom. The national government would not be blamed for every little thing that happens in every town, because the towns would be able to solve their own